So you're moving to Northern Virginia, and more specifically, you're looking at moving to Fairfax County. Well, guess what? You just happened to stumble across the absolute best video possible, because in this week's video, I'm gonna share with you the good, the bad, the ugly, the real pros and cons of living in Fairfax County, Virginia. So sit back, relax, because we're getting started right now. Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor, and welcome back to another video. Fairfax County, Virginia. So I currently live in the county next door in Loudoun County, but I used to live in Fairfax County for over 12 years. And I really enjoyed my time while I was living there, and I still spend a ton of time in Fairfax County. I do a lot of work in the county, plus my parents' house is still in Fairfax. But just like anything else in life, there's gonna be some pros, and there's definitely gonna be some cons to living in Fairfax County. So before we get the video started, I'm gonna share with you a quick overview of Fairfax County. So Fairfax County is gonna be one of the 4 major counties in Northern Virginia, including Loudoun County, Arlington County, and Prince William County. In Fairfax County, depending on the location, is gonna be anywhere from 7 to 30 miles away from Washington, D.C. Also, Fairfax County is the most populous county in the whole state of Virginia. Some of the main towns you'll find in Fairfax County is gonna be Reston, Herndon, Vienna, McLean, and Great Falls. So Fairfax County is going to be known for its diverse culture, excellent public schools, a high standard of living, and a mix of urban and suburban living, with the majority of the county being suburban living. And an interesting fact about Fairfax County, it actually ranks as the 5th wealthiest county in the whole country, with the median household income coming out to $145,000 per year. So let's get it started with the first pro of living in Fairfax County, with the location. So as I mentioned earlier, Fairfax County is gonna be about 7 to 30 miles away from Washington, D.C. and it's gonna be the centrally located county of Northern Virginia. So there's definitely some advantages to the location of Fairfax County. First, since it's a centrally located county, you have easy access to the rest of the region. And without traffic, you can probably get to 90% of Northern Virginia within 35 minutes. So living in Fairfax County, you're gonna be so much closer to Arlington and Washington, D.C., especially compared to Loudoun County and Prince William County. And the big advantage to that is most of the jobs are gonna be located right in Fairfax County or right next door in Arlington County or even Washington, D.C., especially if you work for the government or in tech. So living in Fairfax County, you're gonna have a much easier commute into the office, especially compared to people who live farther out. Now, you're still gonna hit heavy traffic, but at least you'll live a lot closer to your office. You know, the pro of the location is everything you could possibly need to live is gonna be located right in the county, like highly rated schools, jobs, parks, lakes, malls, shopping plazas, great restaurants, public transportation options like the metro system, some of the best doctors in the world, and so much more. So if you live and happen to work in Fairfax County, you could literally never leave the county if you had no desire to. The next pro is world-class education system. So Fairfax County is gonna be home to some of the most highly rated public schools in all of Northern Virginia, including Langley High School, which is located in McLean, which ranks as the 2nd highest rated high school in the whole state of Virginia. But not everybody wants public schools. Well, guess what? You're covered, as Fairfax County has an abundance of private schools located all throughout the county. So according to niche.com, Northern Virginia has 4 of the top 6 school districts in the whole state of Virginia, with Fairfax County coming in as the 6th best school district in the entire state of Virginia. So a lot of parents who are moving to Fairfax County, this is hands down their favorite part about the whole county, is the world-class education system. So what happens when the kiddos finally graduate high school from Fairfax County? Well, guess what? You have 2 great higher education options. First, you have Nova, which is gonna be a community college located in Annandale. And then you have George Mason University, which is located right in Fairfax. And if you're living in Fairfax County, there's a 100% chance you're gonna bump into a lot of George Mason alumni. Now, I will say this about the schools in Fairfax County, not all of them are gonna be highly rated, so you definitely wanna do your own research to see if this certain school is gonna be a good fit for your kid or not. But overall, the school culture in Fairfax County is gonna be one of high achievement, where academic performance is highly emphasized, and schools providing college and career readiness. So if schools are important for you, then you should definitely consider moving to Fairfax County. Now, as much as I love making YouTube videos about living right here in Northern Virginia, what I love even more is helping folks just like you relocate to the area. So if you're even thinking about moving to Northern Virginia, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Just know I got your back when you're moving to Northern Virginia. Now, the next pro to living in Fairfax County is career opportunities. So are you looking to take your career and income to the next level? Well, there's almost no other county better to live in than Fairfax County. And this is the #1 reason why people relocate to Fairfax County is the career opportunities. So some of the best jobs and companies are gonna be located right in Fairfax County or right next door in Arlington County or Washington, D.C. So you're gonna find powerhouse companies out here like Google, Meta, USA Today, and Amazon. And speaking of Amazon, I swear every other person I meet on the street literally works for Amazon. It's crazy. Also, Fairfax County alone is home to 10 Fortune 500 company headquarters. So no matter what industry you're in, you're gonna find some of the best career opportunities right here in the county. Whether you're gonna work for the government, information technology, defense contractors, finance, medical, and so much more. So your potential income with the career opportunities right here in Fairfax County, it is unlimited. And this is why Fairfax County is the 5th wealthiest county in the whole country. So I moved to Northern Virginia from Jacksonville, Florida, right after I graduated high school back in the year 2000. In the part of Jacksonville I came from, it wasn't the wealthiest part by any stretch of the imagination. It was actually probably right below middle class. But I know for a fact, had I stayed in Florida instead of moving to Virginia, my career opportunities would have been drastically limited, and I would have been making way less money had I stayed in Florida compared to living here. The next pro is high quality of life. So I've personally lived in 4 other states, 12 other counties, and visited many more all throughout the country. And in my mind, Fairfax County ranks extremely high in terms of quality of life. First, it's an A+++ area to raise a family. So why do I say that? Well, let's start off with education being a huge priority in the county, low crime rate, and many family-friendly activities all throughout the county. Then secondly, as I mentioned earlier, the career opportunities here in Fairfax County are unlimited. Another aspect that helps with a high quality of life here in Fairfax County is our public transportation system, especially with the metro. As Fairfax County features 13 metro stations, so it's pretty easy to get around the rest of Northern Virginia, DC, and into Maryland. In the majority of the county, you should be able to get to the closest metro station within 17 minutes. Then you have an abundance of entertainment options all throughout the county. Like you can go down to Old Town Alexandria waterfront, just walk around, feel the history of the city, grab some lunch, maybe a cocktail. It's a fantastic thing to do on a beautiful sunny day. And you can go to Reston Town Center for a happy hour or date nights, which I've done quite a few times over the years. In fact, that's how I met my wife. Then you have a lot of parks and recreations all throughout the county that you have access to, like hiking at Great Falls Park. The best part about Great Falls Park, it is the views of the Potomac River. It is absolutely stunning. Or you can spend the afternoon at Burke Lake Park. What that is, it's an 888-acre park with a big lake right in the middle. Heck, we just spent Father's Day at Burke Lake Park. We had a great time. We were barbecuing, having drinks. It was literally one of the highlights of the year for me. Then you have some great restaurant options all throughout the county. Everything from a mom and pop restaurant to fine dining. Then you have world-class shopping at Tyson's Corner Mall, which is actually the 8th biggest mall in the whole country, with every store and brand you can possibly imagine. So all of these things really add up to the high quality of life that Fairfax County has to offer. Now we're off to the cons of living in Fairfax County, and the first con on this list is gonna be traffic. So who likes sitting in traffic? I know I don't, and I absolutely despise it. So Metro Mile ranks the DMV area, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia, as having the 8th worst traffic in the whole country. This definitely translates to the terrible traffic in Fairfax County. In fact, it's probably the 3rd worst traffic in the whole region, right behind Arlington County in Washington, DC. And a good rule of thumb is, as you get closer to Washington, DC, the worse the traffic gets, which is pretty much par for the course for every major metropolitan area in the country. So some things that really add to the traffic in the area, first is increasing population, accidents. Every time I'm on the highway, I swear I see an accident every single time, and never-ending road construction. In traffic caused by road construction, A, it's very common, and B, it is extremely frustrating. There's nothing worse than driving on the highway, 4 p.m. and they're doing road construction and they close 2 lanes. It is the absolute worst. Sometimes I just want to yell, why can't you do this in the middle of the night, not during rush hour? Now with that being said, a lot of transportation projects have recently been completed, which has helped alleviate some of the traffic in Fairfax County. This includes the completion of the Metro Silver Line, which has added 8 new metro stations in Fairfax County since 2014. And then we've had recently the opening of the 66 express lanes, and this has been a huge relief on traffic. But just so you know, if you want to drive into 66 express lanes, it will cost you a small fortune. So in the past, I've had people comment in my videos saying that traffic really isn't that bad in Fairfax County. Well, I have no idea where they live or where they're coming from, but I can tell you this. Going 495 at 5 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon during rush hour, and you let me know if I'm exaggerating about the traffic in Fairfax County. So yes, traffic in Fairfax County, it is definitely not great. It's something we all just have to live with, but just think of it as the price of admission to living in the area. Now the next con of living in Fairfax County is older homes. So with this, I'm going to be comparing the age of homes to the county next door with Loudoun County, which is a much newer county overall. So let's look at the numbers. In Fairfax County, 70% of all the homes were built before 1990. Now when we compare that to Loudoun County, where only 19% of all the homes were built before 1990. That is a huge disparity in the age of homes between the two counties. Now let's look at homes that have been built more recently, let's say post 2010. So in Fairfax County, only 5% of all the homes were built after the year 2010. That is a very small fraction of homes. Now if we compare that to Loudoun County, where 25% of all the homes were built after the year 2010. So you're definitely gonna have much older homes in Fairfax County, especially compared to Loudoun County. Now a very common thing you'll see in Fairfax County is you'll have a neighborhood where older homes were built in the 50s. They may be like smaller 1 or 2 level ramblers. And developers, they'll buy one of these properties, tear it down, and build an ultra luxury new construction home, usually in that $2 to $3 million range. So it can be kind of weird seeing a massive $2.5 million new construction home surrounded by a bunch of older, smaller homes that are probably worth $700,000 to $800,000. Now there's gonna be one pro for a lot of people with older neighborhoods and homes, is a lot of them won't have an HOA, especially compared to Loudoun County. So with no HOA, you don't have to worry about strict rules, regulations, and no monthly HOA dues. In fact, in Fairfax County, 61% of all single-family homes are not part of an HOA. And if we compare that to Loudoun County, only 25% of all single-family homes are not going to be part of an HOA. So if you don't want an HOA, then Fairfax County may be exactly what you're looking for. So yes, there's a lot of older homes in Fairfax County, but you can still find newer homes and even new construction homes, but just know they will come at a premium. Next on the list, and this is by far the biggest con of living in Fairfax County and pretty much Northern Virginia as a whole, and that's gonna be the high cost of living. So Fairfax County is one of the wealthiest counties in the whole United States, and the high cost of living reflects this. Without question, the biggest factor with our high cost of living is gonna be the high cost of housing. So the median sales price of a home in Fairfax County comes out to $740,000. Now if we compare that to the national average, where the median sales price comes out to only $419,000, the homes in Fairfax County are gonna be 76% more expensive compared to the country as a whole. Now to put that number into context, the median sales price in Fairfax County of $740,000, that'll get you like a 2,000 square foot townhouse with a 1 or 2 car garage, or a much older and smaller single family home. Now let's look at everybody's favorite style of home with the single family home, where the median sales price of a single family home in Fairfax County comes out to $960,000. And that number is mind-blowing. It's basically almost $1 million just to buy a middle-of-the-pack single family home in Fairfax County. Now let's look at rentals, and you definitely don't get much relief when it comes to renting as well. So the median price for a 3+ bedroom rental in Fairfax County comes out to $3,400 per month. And the majority of rentals in that price point are going to be townhomes as well. So whether you're buying a $740,000 house or paying $3,400 a month for rent, that is a lot of money, and that is one of the biggest cons and challenges to living in Fairfax County. I do wish there was more affordable housing options here, but with that being said, you can still buy a great home for well under the median sales price of $740,000. Now it's most likely going to be a townhouse, but it's going to be a very good townhouse. Now the next con to living in Fairfax County is higher taxes. We're going to look at 2 taxes here in Fairfax County. First, we're going to look at real estate property taxes, and then personal property taxes. So out of all the counties, not just in Northern Virginia, but Virginia as a whole, Fairfax County has the highest real estate tax rate, with it coming in at $1.125 per $100 of assessed value. So why does Fairfax County have the highest real estate tax rate? So since Fairfax County is one of the most populous and affluent counties in the whole state of Virginia, this creates high demand for public services such as education, public safety, transportation, and maintaining all of these services requires substantial funding. Now there are going to be some special districts in Fairfax County that actually even have a higher tax rate, like living in the town of Herndon and the Dulles Rail Transportation Improvement District. And basically what this is, if you live by any of the metro stations on the new Silver Line, you can have a much higher tax rate. So if you're planning on buying a home in Fairfax County, be prepared to have the highest real estate taxes in the whole state of Virginia. Next, we have everybody's favorite tax to pay, and that's gonna be the personal property tax, AKA the car tax. And I am just joking, it's definitely not everybody's favorite. So the personal property tax is gonna be a tax on automobiles, motorcycles, boats, aircrafts, RVs, trucks, and trailers. And since most people don't have boats and aircrafts, but everybody has a car, that's why most people here in the area just call it the car tax. So the personal property tax rate in Fairfax County comes out to $4.57 per $100 of assessed value. Now every county is gonna have a different personal property tax rate, and Fairfax County, out of the 4 major counties here in Northern Virginia, is gonna have the second highest personal property tax rate, only behind Arlington County. Now how all of this works is, once a year, you're gonna get a letter just like this in the mail, and it's gonna be from Fairfax County, and it's gonna be your personal property tax bill. And last year, I paid $1,600 for my car, and it's the absolute worst. There's a million things I'd rather do than spend $1,600 on a tax. I can go on a vacation, I can invest that money, I can save that money, I can do anything else besides paying a tax. And the funny thing about the personal property taxes here in Virginia is, every single time somebody reaches out to me who's relocating from another part of the country, they always say something like this: David, we have no personal property tax where I'm coming from. What is this all about? I'm definitely not looking forward to paying this. And this will hands down be one of my least favorite parts about moving to the area. So yes, there's definitely some cons to living in Fairfax County, but I don't think any con on this list should be a deal breaker for you. But if you're looking for an A+ area to raise a family, highly rated schools, low crime rate, jobs, entertainment, then you should definitely consider moving to Fairfax County. And if you want to learn more about living right here in Northern Virginia, check out these videos right here. They can be great ways to continue your research, and I'll see you in the next video.